Tons of former players go into coaching, and Barcelona legends, with all their secrets of greatness, are especially desired on the touchline. But when things go horribly wrong, as they just did with Víctor Valdés, we're left wondering who was right, who was wrong, and why things fell apart so quickly. Hi, I'm Dan Hilton, and this is a Barcelona Podcast YouTube exclusive. Víctor Valdés made over 500 appearances for FC Barcelona and won 21 trophies. Along with Antoni Ramayets, Andoni Zubizarreta, and maybe already Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Valdés is one of the greatest goalkeepers that Barcelona has ever seen. In a side that included Dani Alves, Gerard Piqué, Xavi, Carlos Puyol, Andres Iniesta, and Lionel Messi, some huge personalities and some consummate introverts, Valdés' personality still stood out. As his hair departed, it seemed like his fire increased, and he has kept that fire with him in retirement. Brought in over the summer to take over as the manager for Juvenil A and the squad that features in the UEFA Youth League, Valdés was an exciting hire by Josep Bartomeu and the rest of the board. Way back in the day, Valdés and the head of Barcelona's academy, Patrick Kluivert, were teammates. Any good memories seem to have been forgotten, though, as reports indicate that the two butted heads immediately upon arrival. Board member Javier Villajoana was also said to not be the former goalkeeper's biggest fan. Let's talk about some of the reported reasons for his exodus, other than just some bad relationships. Kluivert was apparently not happy about Valdés playing a 4-4-2 instead of the 4-3-3. The issue here is not necessarily that Valdés was playing a 4-4-2, but that him being the only academy team playing that formation ruins the continuity from the lowest levels in the academy to the first team. The counter-argument is that Valverde had played a 4-4-2 in his first year, before switching back to the 4-3-3 last year. That said, what if the personnel on the team requires a different formation? One, Roman Riquelme's Barcelona career was dictated by the belief that Louis van Gaal had in his system, remembering that Van Gaal was brought in as a sort of return to the ideas that Barcelona had recently built a philosophy on under Johan Cruyff. Valdés' tenure didn't start too well when he made news by withdrawing his team from a youth tournament over the summer, the Jotun Cup in the Netherlands. He cited that he didn't like the short rest periods between matches. Speaking of displeasure, he also voiced his concern over the club's pursuit of Neymar, saying that it went against the club's core values. Next up was skipping a coaches meeting and getting sent off for cursing at a referee. He continued to ruffle feathers when his team was handed a UEFA sanction by showing up late to their home match against Inter Milan in the UEFA Youth League. Development is more important than wins in La Masia, but losses to both Borussia Dortmund and Inter Milan in the Youth League were probably not helpful to Valdés' job security. The 37-year-old wasn't just on the defense in his return to the club. He also voiced his frustrations with the lack of games for the Juvenil A at the new Estadio Johan Cruyff, which is the stadium for Barcelona B and the Barcelona Femení. It feels like the straw that broke the camel's back was a disagreement over the playing time of 16-year-old Iyash Moriba. The story goes that the player wasn't happy with being benched, and so he and his parents went to Kluivert with their grievances. If this is all true, fans need to figure out how comfortable they are with this kind of situation. While other players weren't given the same financial priority, Ansu Fati and Iyash Moriba were given the kind of contracts that show that the club believes that these two are the future of the first team. Without proper cause, it's puzzling why Valdés would sit his prized midfielder Moriba. That said, his methods are his methods, and a coach should be trusted to know best when dealing with the development of teenagers. A compromising spot for everybody involved. In the aftermath of Valdés' release, his number 2, Quim Roman, has also been asked to pack his bags. Valdés has been replaced by Frank Artiga, who gets the promotion from Juvenil B. Artiga has been at the club since 2010, and the expectation would be that Artiga steps in line with what is asked of him. His first test is in about 2 weeks in the UEFA Youth League against Slavia Praha. Before that, though, it would be a big help if you could like this video and subscribe to get more videos like it. Until next time, Forza Barca!